Hey guys, this is the Prince of Mastodon, and I'm doing a 2 vs 2 commentary video for Rome Total War multiplayer. This is a siege battle, and me and my ally SuperBus are the defenders, and our opponents are necronlord with the COD prefix, and IamNotGreekIamSpartan. And for short, I'm going to call that guy Spartan. Anyways, there's my army. I am the blue Scipii Romans. I deployed most of my troops towards the wall, and I put some towards the center of the village there, so that I could assist my ally if he needed help against the Spartan enemy. Anyways, I deployed across from necronlord COD, and I'm just going to call him necronlord from now on. But necronlord's in command of the Julii Romans right here. These are the red Romans. And he has 6 units of urban cohorts, 4 units of archer auxilia, 6 squadrons of praetorian cavalry. Then he had 2 units of triarii and 2 units of heavy onagers. And this right here is the southern part of the village here, and I was in charge of this sector. And I told my ally to defend the north against the Greeks. And I deployed some of my troops towards the town center in case my ally needed help, because my ally was fighting against the Greek city-states who brought all Spartans, and that's very hard to fight against. In big money battles, that is. Anyways, here's my Seleucid ally. He has tons of troops. What does he have? He has 4 units of cataphracts, 8 units of silver shield pikemen, 6 units of archers, and then he had 2 units of armored elephants, which I knew was a bad idea. But at the very beginning they went amok. Those are both of his armored elephants. So right there he lost all of his money on those elephants. Not only that, they're also trashing his troops. So at this point I told my ally SuperBus to kill his elephants, otherwise they would kill him. And right here are the Spartans, and they are coming in full force, and the Spartans are commanded by IamNotGreekIamSpartan, and once again for short, I'm just going to call that guy Spartan. So, Spartan has an army of 18 Spartans and 2 heavy onagers. There's his onagers, and there's the rest of his Spartan army. And since this is a big money battle, these Spartans are probably the most effective troop at this money level. Alright, and that's the northern part of the village there. I probably should have deployed across from the Spartans, because my ally SuperBus did not have a very good army for fighting against Spartan spam, so I probably should have been the one fighting them. So I should have opposed the Spartans first.
The enemy have broken through the walls.
In any case, looks like the Spartans have broken through the walls, and seeing my opponent's weaker army, I'm going to file out of the walls here, and I'm going to engage my Roman enemy in a pitch battle outside of the wall. Because as you guys know, I don't really like defending. I don't like defending, so I'm just going to attack my opponent. Because my opponent probably thought this was going to be a siege type battle. He probably wasn't expecting it to become a pitch battle. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it a pitch battle. So there's my urban cohorts, and that's where my general's at. And my opponent has this guy in flaming mode, so he's going to try to shoot my dudes. But seriously, shooting Romans from the front is a bad idea. It's not really a bad idea, it just doesn't accomplish much. Anyways, here are the Spartans. They have broke through the northern part of the wall here. And my opponent launched all of his cataphracts into them. But cataphracts versus Spartans isn't really a good idea. Those Spartans are going to maul those cataphracts easily. So, when I saw what was happening to my ally, SuperBus, I raced my legionnaire from the town center towards the north, but I needed to help my ally out. Alright, back in the south, my guys are outside the walls finally, and they have arrayed themselves in battle order. So they are ready for combat against these Julii Romans. And my opponent's trying to flame my dudes, but it's not really having an effect on my guys just because my guys have really big shields. And there my ally lost his general.
This loss is hard for us,
so very bad news from the front.
For his own people.
Yeah, at the beginning my ally had a really rough start. Like, his elephants started running amok at the beginning, they started crashing into his archers and his pikes. It was very bad. Alright, so here's some of my my legionnaires. They finally made it to the northern part of the wall here. It was a very grim sight for my legionnaires when they got there, because once they got there, all of SuperBus's allied troops were running away. So I've got my guys right here trying to slow these Spartans down. Like, I know I can't beat them, but if I can just slow them down long enough for the rest of my army to destroy the other Roman army commanded by necronlord, I can get back to the town center in time, hopefully, and meet the Spartans before they get there. Because I do not want to meet those Spartans when they're entrenched in my city, because fighting those guys in a city setting kind of sucks. Alright, back in the south, me and necronlord are bashing heads with each other. He has the red dudes, I have the blue dudes. Those are his Praetorian cavalry trying to swing at my legionnaires. And by the way, my army is basically legionary first cohorts and one urban cohort. Anyways, yeah, this battle in the outside the city walls is pretty rough. All of his cavalry are coming in to charge my dudes wherever they can. Here they crash right into my legionary first cohorts, and right there they actually routed that set of cohorts right there. So I'm rushing in even more cohorts to fill in the gap. I don't want those Praetorian cavalry getting behind my Roman lines and using hammer and ammo. Back on the northern side of town, my first set of legionnaires have gotten mauled by the Spartan advance there. But just behind those legionnaires, I have a second set of legionnaires deployed towards the town center. So basically what I'm doing, I'm just fighting a series of delaying actions to slow down the Spartan advance. And there's the archers of my ally SuperBus, and behind them are my second set of legionnaires. They are waiting for their turn to fight the Spartans, and once again they are here to delay the Spartan advance long enough for my main force to get there. And here is my main force. They are still in the south, trying to finish off the Julii Romans of necronlord. And I seem to have the upper edge on this part of the battlefield, and there I just killed his general.
Be praised. The enemy general is killed.
So that was great because that helped facilitate his route. And earlier he retreated a lot of his archers, so that was pretty much the end of necronlord's Roman presence. So I started bringing my legionnaires from that part of the battlefield to their center, but I have a long walk, so I still have these guys in the front. And here's the Spartans. They are coming into contact with my second wave of legionnaires here. But as you guys know, the rest of my legionnaires are still marching from the south. And right on top of the hill, I have my legionnaires right here. I'm gonna run down and try to slow down the Spartan advance. And once again, that's I am not Greek, I am Spartan. And I'm calling him Spartan, just because it's a lot easier to say. So despite the courage of my legionnaires here, his Spartans actually break through that, and they continue their advance. But that slowed his guys down for a pretty long time. So here's the rest of my army now. This is the bulk of my army from the south. They finally made it, here they are. So I've got some coming down the side road, and I got the rest going up towards the town square. So I think I made it there just in time. And these troops right here, they belong to my Seleucid ally SuperBus, and they are guarding the entrance to the town center. And right there's a view of the Spartan horde. They have been diminished greatly, and they're coming into contact with my Roman legionnaires right about now. But I've got Romans coming from both ways now, so I've got the Spartans in a sandwich, and it's coming up here. And the remaining troops of my Seleucid ally, he's bringing them out too. There's some of his cataphracts. He's going to crash into the flanks of the Spartans. And just behind them you can see those blue banners coming. That's the rest of my Roman army here. And some of his guys are starting to rout. And here we go. Here comes the destruction of the Spartans. Yeah, at big money those guys are really dangerous, but in low money they kind of suck. But yeah, look at that crossfire. There's even some archers behind him, flaming his guys from behind now. And there's my legionnaires swarming his Spartan horde. So it was a very lengthy battle, being a 2 versus 2 and being a big money battle. But in the end, it looks like we triumphed here. If I could have changed this battle, I definitely would have deployed across from the Spartans, because my ally had troops more suited for fighting against Romans than he did for fighting against the Spartan spam. And that might have saved my ally from losing his army at the beginning of the battle too. Alright, and there goes the Spartan general.
The enemy general is killed.
So we have triumphed in defending our village
enemy's hearts
from the Roman-Greek alliance.
The enemy army is in flight. Pursue them and
So
drive them from the
battle's
battlefield.
over, and there's his troops running away from our village. There's one of my allies' cataphracts.
Such a victory. The day is ours.
It was kind of a laggy battle, just because there are so many troops, but it was pretty fun. Nice way to change up the pace. Anyways, that was a clear victory for us. So that's the end of the battle. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't have time to read the results. I'll let you read it for yourselves. Anyways, good game to all of my opponents and my ally, and I hope you guys enjoyed this siege battle. with a 2 versus 2 setting.